1820. Grew up in Derbyshire. Chuck from the Upper George.
Florence Nightingale.
It is Florence Nightingale. How did you get that? Not to worry, very well done anyway. So, how are these people financially linked? Chuck from the Upper George.
They all appear on banknotes.
They all appear on banknotes. Stevenson's on the 5, Wren on the 50 and Florence Nightingale on the 10. So well done, Upper George. Let's take a look at the scores. 35 points to the Gents Club, but in the lead, the Upper George on 42. Final specialist round, flying solo, where one member of each team is flying solo and answering questions on a specialist subject. 5 questions. There's 3 points for a right answer, 1 point bonus available to the other team if they don't know it. Now both teams have actually picked subjects to answer questions on. As yet they don't know which member of the team is going to answer the questions. We're going to start with the Gents Club. They're answering questions on films. Well, one of them is. Let's find out who. Jim. Jim at the end, our photographer, answering 5 questions on films. Let's see how you get on. Which actress played Elvis Presley's mother in Blue Hawaii, although she was less than 10 years older than him? Which actress played Elvis Presley's mother in Blue Hawaii, although she was less than 10 years older than him?
I don't know.
You don't know, that's fair enough. Let's pass it over to the Upper George for a bonus.
I'll try Angela Lansbury.
You are correct, for 1 point. Back to you, Jim. Which actor said at the end of White Heat, "Made it, Ma, to the top of the world"?
Jimmy Cagney.
It wasn't. That was a pretty ropey James Cagney accent, but you got the right answer. Your next question. Meryl Streep won her first Oscar as Best Supporting Actress in which film? Meryl Streep.
The French Lieutenant's Woman.
It wasn't The French Lieutenant's Woman. I'll pass it over for a bonus.
Best Supporting was Kramer versus Kramer.
Kramer versus Kramer.
You've been told. Yes, it was Kramer versus Kramer for 1 point. This Is My Song was the theme song from which Chaplin film in which he played a cameo role as an elderly steward?
The Countess from Hong Kong.
Is the right answer for 3 points. Your last question. What part did Madonna play in the film Dick Tracy? What part?
His girlfriend.
Not good enough, I'm afraid. I want her actual name.
I don't know.
Nope, I can't give you that, I'm afraid. Pass it over to the Upper George.
Breathless Mahoney.
It was Breathless Mahoney. Never mind, Jim. At the end of that round, you scored 6 points. Okay, let's move over to the Upper George. Answering questions on pop music. Which member of the team is it going to be? It's Sheila, the lady member of the team. Don't look so shocked. 5 questions on pop music. Here we go. This is your first one. Which was the first Beatles single to feature Ringo as a lead vocalist? Which was the first Beatles single to feature Ringo as lead vocalist?
When I'm 64?
It's not, I'm afraid. I'll pass it over to the Gents Club.
They're going to put me in the movies.
No, it was in fact Yellow Submarine. Your next question, Sheila. Which vocalist has had 2 #1 hit singles, each featuring the word eyes in the title?
Art Garfunkel.
It is Art Garfunkel. I Only Have Eyes for You and Bright Eyes are the 2 ones. Okay, your next question. Which song title was a #1 hit for Jim Diamond in 1984 and also a track on the Beatles album A Hard Day's Night, though they were different songs? Which song title, one title, was a #1 hit for Jim Diamond in 1984 and also a track on the Beatles album A Hard Day's Night, though they were different songs?
I almost know this.
You almost know it. Gonna have to hurry you up.
I'll have to pass.
Okay, pass it over to the Gents Club.
I should have known better.
I should have known better. Sheila knows she should have known better. Here you go, Sheila, your next question. Which singer produced Bette Midler's album The Divine Miss M and acted as her musical director on a US tour in 1973?
Would it be Barry Manilow?
It would be Barry Manilow. Your last question. Which group made Flowers in the Rain, the first record to be played on Radio 1?
The Move.
The Move. You knew that one dead right. At the end of that round, you scored 9 points. So let's check the scores with just 1 round to play. The Gents Club from Lichfield on 42, but in the lead, the Upper George from Bradford on 54. Final fling. Quick fire questions on the buzzers. 2 points for a right answer, 2 points forcibly yanked away if you get the answer wrong. I ask as many questions as I can until the end of the programme. Good luck to both teams. Here we go. What is the opium or opiate of the people according to Karl Marx? That's Chuck.
Religion.
It's the right answer for 2 points. What is the popular name for deuterium oxide or D2O? Chuck, again.
Heavy water.
Is the right answer. The elder brethren of which organisation control the running of the British lighthouses? That's Les.
Trinity House.
It is Trinity House. Who played the Spiv Private Walker in Dad's Army? That's Dave.
James Beck.
Is the right answer. Of what sort of places do you have a morbid fear if you suffer from xerophobia? No, it's dry places or deserts. In which cathedral city in North Yorkshire is an official hornblower appointed by the mayor? That's Dave.
Ripon.
It is Ripon. Which instrument have sailors long used to measure the altitude of stars and other heavenly bodies in calculating the Chuck?
Sextant.
It is a sextant. Which Lake District town is at the northern end of Derwentwater? Yes, that's Jim.
Keswick.
Is the right answer. As part of which service can customers' needs be met by a technique called automatic personalised salutation after dialing 192 on a telephone? Jim again.
Directory
It
inquiries.
is directory inquiries. The number you require is, which single word is used for the application of electronics to air travel and to space flight? Paul.
Avionics.
Is the right answer. In the unification of which country was Count Cavour active in the 19th century? Les.
Italy.
Is the right answer. Which Football League's club home ground is Ninian Park? That's Dave.
Cardiff City.
The right answer. The name of which flowers can be preceded by Livingstone, Moon, Kingfisher? Yes, Les.
David.
Is the right answer. Which American president practiced law, served in the South Pacific as a naval officer and became Eisenhower's? Yes, Paul.
Kennedy.
It wasn't Kennedy, it was Nixon. At which castle overlooking the Menai Straits was the investiture of the Prince of Wales held? That's Les.
Carnarvon.
It's the right answer. Which long-distance competition was won in 1990 by Peter Blake's Steinlager 2 from New Zealand? That's Chuck.
Round the World Yacht Race.
It was the Whitbread Round the World Yacht Race. Which cathedral is no time to answer that or ask that question? We check the scores. At the end of the competition, we see on 54 points the Gents Club. But tonight's winners from Bradford, the Upper George on 68. Well done, both teams. Very high scores there. 68 for the Upper George and 54 for the Gents Club. Talk to the Gents Club first. Paul, you're the team captain. I've got to tell you, unfortunately, you haven't scored enough because you haven't actually won any matches, have you? No, not to worry. Have you enjoyed it? That's the main thing.
Oh, we've had a great time so far.
What do you think the secret to quiz night is? Any ideas?
Well, basically, we've just come along this evening, really, and enjoyed it. It's a nice mix of questions. The personal rounds, the spotlight rounds are quite good. Overall, I think it was a good quiz.
A bit tough, really. Well, you're sniggering at the end there, Les. You've been giving him some ribbing in the middle, haven't you? I know.
Well, we have to, you see, and he's the gentle giant, you know, I mean, he's got a part-time job as an eclipse, you know.
Well, look, congratulations. You've really entered into the spirit of the game, and that's what we really want to see. Let's move over to the people who won tonight, the Upper George. Very high scores, 68. Unfortunately, though, it's your first win, so you're not going to go through from this league. But how do you feel about how you've done?
Oh, we're glad we've performed better in this one. We're glad to have won one anyway.
Yeah.
First game when my buzzers worked.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, so this points out that it should have actually been, what is it? Is it Vera, Chuck and Dave?
Yep.
Yeah.
That would
When
have
I'm
been more
64.
When you're 64. Well, anyway, thanks very much, both teams, for coming along. Next week, it's the final game in League E between the Smoke Eaters from Ipswich and the Blue Pits Inn from Rochdale. Now, both of those teams have won 2 games, so it should be an exciting match. Make sure you join us then. But for now, it's good night from Quiz Night.